Hammer stocks and Blaster stocks are both on the up. Everybody, we're going to be jumping into game number 1. This is elimination side. This is fighting for who is going to be going in for, you know, fighting in for 5th or 4th place here.
Yeah, and we're starting off on most Isley and, you know, Anonymous Alex. I mean, you can even kind of see what I'm talking about here, right? Like, not exactly the flashiest movement, just one dash back, a jumps air. That's all it really takes, right? Like, no need to overcomplicate it. And once again, just takes a step back, jumps air, and then the recovery to go ahead and seal out that stock. And the weapon throw for good measure. Anonymous Alex with a perfect stock, not even taking a weapon throw's worth of damage.
Yeah, that was just a very gentle, very slow edge code, and yet he was just able to whittle away Rutsmy. And now Rutsmy is going to try to be getting a combo of his own. Anonymous Alex, he held onto the dodge. He ate that damage, but he knew that he didn't want to eat even more damage, so he intentionally just took a few hits. Anonymous Alex, okay, he just fast fell. He knew that he didn't have to worry about that D-Light. He was just able to get out of there, dodging in that time around once again, finds himself off stage, but Kataris cannot do anything about Hammer off stage. Rutsmy, he made it back on. He didn't get hit off stage. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, going for these N6, but on a large stage like Mos Eisley, is going to have to go for a follow-up edge guard if either of them are to connect. But Anonymous Alex, on the other hand, are doing a great job already lapping Rutsmy. Rutsmy needs something, just goes for an immediate 3-piece there, just calls out the fact that Anonymous Alex won't dodge, but still got more work to do here. Honestly, a really tough map to try and get some KOs with like Greatsword.
Wow, and he's just going to be able to find another signature. That's going to be enough to be able to close out the stock. Okay, the D-Light actually could be coming in before the whiff punish to even find its target. The N-Sig does not connect. Is this going to be the stock? Nice. Oh, the GC side Sig is going to be enough to touch, but Rutsmy was still in just the optimal position to punish.
Yeah, I appreciate the attempt there, but Rutsmy honestly just not falling asleep at the wheel, right? It's still a guaranteed punish, was able to move over to the side and get that ground pound. Tries to go for the N-Sig here, but is still trailing behind by so much. And honestly, I don't know if Rutsmy will be able to answer back here. These Katars are going to require so much damage on a stage like Mos Eisley to actually make a meaningful comeback unless he gets Alex off stage. And so I'm already kind of looking forward into the next match, Dar. I'm thinking about, do we allow ourselves to come back to this stage ever again in the set? I don't think so.
Yeah, Anonymous Alex, he is just looking unfazed. He's not even breaking a sweat here. Rutsmy, on the other hand, sweating on the way back down, picks up the Greatsword. He tries to go for a crazy side Sig follow-up that would maybe potentially catch a dodge out. Okay, Anonymous Alex, he is not keen on dodging out of any of those combos at all. He wants to dodge out of the one that's going to KO him. He wants to dodge out of the one that's going to send him far off stage, but he'll eat all the combo hits that he needs to.
Yeah, and I think the tough part about it too is that a lot of Greatsword players are very used to doing 1 and then dash and then, you know, see what you do, or maybe 1-2 dash and then see what you do. And like Greatsword does have opener finisher, right? But you don't actually see Greatsword players do it often. If they do, it's usually down light, down finisher.
Yes.
And so like that's kind of the thing where if you just choose to not dodge, it can really throw off a Greatsword player's ability to punish you.
That's right. Yeah, everybody typically after like the second hit usually is when they start mashing the dodges, and as the set goes on, they want to mash it after the first hit. In this case, when somebody's not dodging at all, the 2-piece, you want to go for like a side light, side finisher. So I want to see if that adaptation is actually going to take place here. I love that you called that out. I was just thinking about it. So we're going into game 2. We're not going to be going back to Mos Eisley. Let's see how it works out.
Yeah, the other option that Rutsmy has is, all right, if they're not dodging, you can just continue to reset with singular hits, right? You can N-Light, dash, N-Light, or N-Light, dash, side light, or, you know, side light, N-Light, dash, and just keep rinsing and repeating the situation because you are an advantage. Speaking of advantage,
that's the punish. He was jumping out of it. He went for the N-Sig, but he was able to get the chase dodge to be able to make it back on. But Rutsmy, he had the mix-up because Anonymous Alex, he wasn't dodging, he was jumping, or sometimes even doing nothing at all. What a whiff punish. He has him off stage. Anonymous Alex with the weapon toss. Love that weight. Yeah. Love that weight. Optimal.
One of the few things you have too, right? Because you do the side light, D-Light, and the D-Light brings you off the stage. And so really you have to either jump there or, in that situation, go for the recovery to catch the spot dodge. That's exactly what Rutsmy did there. Actually had the read on Anonymous Alex's dodge there, was just a little bit too early with that N-Lane. And that kind of cost him only 1 singular hit, so all things considered. And that's what I'm talking about, that you can just keep rinsing and repeating, right? No dodge, but got 3 hits for it.
So the concerning thing to me right now is the fact that Rutsmy is finding so many openings. You see the amount of sidelights that he's connecting? That's not good for Anonymous Alex, right? Oh, that's not enough to be able to KO. It bounces off the side of the stage. Rutsmy, he goes high. He's going to be able to avoid everything except for the GC. D-Sig is going to be able to do it. But again, the amount of great sword sidelights that are connecting are a little bit too high. That is an amount of damage that Anonymous Alex is not going to be able to match. He has to think about how he's even getting hit. Whoa!
Just lets it rip with the side sig there on the guitars, absolutely catching Anonymous Alex sleeping there at the wheel. And this is what Rutsmy needed for a game 2. With the way that game 1 went, I was like, you need to make sure you respond to the big. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, goes for the 3-piece there. Could have, another situation where like you can try to go for the 5 if you want, but then again, the side like D-Light would take you off stage. So I respect just going for the 3-piece.
Oh, and the recovery too. I'm surprised that he just didn't go for like chase dodge neutral again. But now his advantage is so scary. Rutsmy going to be able to chase dodge back on Anonymous Alex. The side is going to be the move of choice to successfully land. He tries to go for the NSYNC mix up Anonymous Alex with the optimal whiff punish. That was amazing. Now the stock count is even. The damage definitely is not. Can Rutsmy close? He has the guitars. He wants the jump call out.
Oh, and these nairs are adding up quickly. Rutsmy needs effectively like 1 nair, 1 D-Light to tack on enough damage to be, and this should be enough, right? You get a recovery here off an N-Light. It should be enough to knock out a raw recovery. I don't think we'll have enough juice on it.
He wants to cheese him. He wanted to cheese him. He wasn't able to get it. The D-Sig, not enough. N-Lag for Anonymous Alex to punish. Sidelight going to be pushing him off. D-Light recovery. There it is. Rutsmy going to be taking out the second game, and he did so quite comfortably, quite confidently.
Yeah, I'm like, you remove most Isley from the map pool for the rest of the set, and I think you're just in a way better spot if you're Rutsmy. That map did you no favors. Mako already, as far as like the Great Sword Legends go, doesn't have as much force as Jae-Yun does or as much as Imugi does. Still not a bad amount, but it's just, it adds up over time because Great Sword is a weapon that KOs with its light attacks primarily, right? So Mako just does considerably less damage over time than those 2 other legends will. So going back to a big stage like this, I don't know if I approve.
But really the big thing that happened is Rutsmy felt comfortable to sidelight in neutral. The times that Anonymous Alex got a couple of big openings is when Rutsmy like missed his follow-up, and then he was just able to get like a really crazy whiff punish, or perhaps even a edge guard. But Rutsmy, he was stepping up. He was getting his big openings, his big starters. We're going right back to the stage that you talked about. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this either. I guess we'll just have to find out. He's scouting out. He's looking for that D-Light. Anonymous Alex on the meta pick now.
Yeah, with that Taros that Anonymous Alex honestly is known for. Even before Taros was super meta, Anonymous Alex first got his first top 8 using this legend. And so it makes sense that we're seeing him come back out here again. The Cassidy me said, you know what, I'm not really feeling it. But Rutsmy gets the
call out
again.
He didn't want to dodge again. He wanted to jump into it again. And Rutsmy said, I have an NSYNC with your name on it. He punished him. He called him out for it. Anonymous Alex, in the beginning, he was mixing up his defensive options and his timing so well. Rutsmy is catching on.
Yeah, and Anonymous Alex burns a gravity cancel up there, which lets Rutsmy get another hit. These juggles are relentless from this greatsword right now. Rutsmy kind of proving me wrong here about this Mos Eisley stage, saying, you know, if I can get the jump reads, it won't really matter because I'll be able to secure knockouts early enough anyway by spiking my opponent. But we'll see if Alex answers back.
Sidelight D-Light, he's able to get it down, and Anonymous Alex just going to be jumping away and to safety, but he is eating all the combos now. He eats that side sig as well, just to the face. Nowhere else to go. Anonymous Alex, right now for Rutsmy, I'm going to say it, he's looking a little bit like combo food.
Yeah, I mean, it's the exact same thing we were talking about even before the set happened, right? Rutsmy able to find victories based off of tempo mix-ups and also these jump callouts, right? Those are the exact same things that we're seeing happening to Anonymous Alex, where you're allowing him to get these N6, right? Went for 2 hits there, Anonymous Alex immediately jumped at a disadvantage. You know what Rutsmy's gonna be thinking the next time? All right, bro, I'm gonna go for this N-Sig if you do it again. This time, Anonymous Alex spot dodges and then manages to get a punish as a result, but it's not enough to knock out. We need 1 Swamp Sayer here, maybe just a Raw Sayer even in the corner, even though the stage is large.
Back onto the guitars, Anonymous Alex, let's see what he can do here. He wanted to jump call out. He's going to be able to get the big scoop with the downer. He takes a stock off the top, and now, honestly, with Taros, of course, he can easily even this damage back on up. He needs that D-Light. He needs, you know, a falling sider. He needs a side light just to be able to get something started.
Okay, Rutsmy gets the opener there. Again, Anonymous Alex dodging in and jumping away out of disadvantage. Rutsmy, if he gets him with another opener in the corner, ooh, nice try from Alex there to get the recovery, to get a quick turnaround. And I think we do have guitars queued up here from Rutsmy. Yeah, so now we're just looking for, you know, some D-lights, some nairs.
Okay, just stomping, coming up to the plate. Anonymous Alex has Rutsmy in a nasty position. He's able to get the D-light and light. He waits out the dodge. The D-light is a little bit too low for it to be able to hit. He is scrambling, and Anonymous Alex, he just needed that one hammer hit.
Wow, somehow that recovery's not going to connect, but that's a huge punish on an Ensig there, doing that one right in front of Rutsmy. Rutsmy not taking the bait there and jumping, right? That would have been the game for Anonymous Alex had he jumped, but...
You're not Cassidy. Cassidy gets to do
Cassidy gets to do that.
You know, on the other hand, Telios, not so much. Okay, between the two of them right now, bit of a neutral diff. I still like some of the disadvantage options of when he's getting comboed. My concern is still how many openings Rutsmy is finding on Anonymous Alex, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's really tough too, because I feel like Anonymous Alex is leaning on the hammer a lot, right? We're not seeing too much, if any, of like this Taros axe. And I feel like Greatsword into hammer is one of those matchups where, like, all right, if the hammer player is not staying on top of you, you can actually do a pretty good job of walling them out with your hitboxes, right? It's when you're really close in like close quarters where N-Light and D-Light become really hard for the Greatsword to deal with because they don't have a fast enough option. But at a distance, you can sidelight, you know, you can poke them out, keep them away.
Oh my gosh, just a couple of hits and Rutsmy's already in the orange. Anonymous Alex, he is beginning to swat him away. Neutral comes through, the down air to be able to scoop. Anonymous Alex did not read Rutsmy's drift. He whiffs that D-light in his face. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that Anonymous Alex didn't get the whip punish in time. He's looking for that Ensig. He wants it bad.
And he's not really able to get punished for it meaningfully. And beautiful side stick from Anonymous Alex to go ahead and clear him out. But that's the hammer thing as well, right? Like somebody whiffs like something like that. Hammer has to jump to punish it. That's why Cassidy's so good. She just gets to press the Ensig, but something like Taros, you don't have time to get into position, so it allows Rutsmy to go for these jump reads without taking much, if anything, as a result.
Okay, the side stick comes through. Anonymous Alex, I don't think he's going to be able to make it back onto the stage. Rutsmy, he covers high. He gets the N-Light. Anonymous Alex just going to be spot dodging and avoiding the recovery. The D-Sig, he fades back with it. He didn't want to fully commit to it. He didn't want to give Anonymous Alex a chance to be able to whip punish. D-Sig does not connect. Rutsmy, you need to close. You need that recovery. Anonymous Alex, he is getting a lot of extra credit. He's fighting still.
Yeah, Rutsmy gets the dodge. Oh, doesn't go for the N-Light finisher there, but manages to actually stuff out the ground pound with a Greatsword recovery, which honestly, rare footage. You know, it is a move that comes out really slow, but you know, was able to input it in time to stuff it out. So that's going to be good for Rutsmy to go ahead and try to bring things back here. Anonymous Alex, you know, on the tail end of potentially being in a real bad spot as Rutsmy is tacking on the damage with these dodge reads. Anonymous Alex can't figure out how to break the mold. I think this is where weapon throws would become really useful, but Anonymous Alex just not really keen on using weapon throw as an approach tool.
Oh, he whips that sideline right in his face, and so he's going to be taking a hammer to the face. Nice whip punish from Anonymous Alex. He threw out that side stick, and it found the target. This is now a different Anonymous Alex in the neutral. He seems so much more patient. He is avoiding those openings. He's beginning to whiff punish those sidelights, and Rutsmy is taking a bit of a beating here. Oh, ugh.
Yeah, you know, wanted to get some sort of read there. Rutsmy, you know, chasing in hot pursuit, down by a fair amount. Anonymous Alex actually letting a weapon throw go. Actually gets caught by the side stick. Those side sticks have been really good from Rutsmy. Just keep catching Anonymous Alex. It's really a timing thing where he's like, he's not expecting it to happen at that moment, and he spaces himself just close enough where it almost feels as if the side stick's not reactable. Yeah,
it's so scary in the corner especially, right? When your options are a little bit more limited, when you don't really have the time to be able to react and, like, I don't know, dash and spot dodge or something. But Anonymous Alex, he's continuing to fight. Right now, Rutsmy, he has to be afraid of that stomp. He is terrified of it. He's able to avoid that one. He goes for the Ensig again.
Whoa. Yeah, massive hitbox on that down sig, right? I mean, even the second swing hitting behind still hits in front as well. And now Rutsmy one stomps there away. Maybe even run Ross there, but that's the stomps there. And maybe a weapon throw from Alex. No, he's actually not going to do it.
But his edge guarding has been so solid. The down air to actually be able to get under and still get his resources back. It does not matter. Anonymous Alex going to be taking us into a game 5. Well, the pacing of this match is so different, isn't it? There's nobody that paces a match quite like Anonymous Alex.
Yeah, no, I feel similarly. And granted, this time around, like, I do not think we'll be going back here for game 5. But I was a little scared in this final bout here where we see, Anonymous Alex eventually get the KO with a nair off the top. But that Stomp Sayer had sent Rutsmy so far off the stage that if you weapon throw, even if it doesn't hit and you force the dodge out early, I don't know that he'll actually have enough drift to get the wall touch there. But either way, was able to go ahead and secure that knockout. We have ourselves a really close battle here. I mean, 10 different signatures coming out from Rutsmy in that game, only 2 of them connecting. Meanwhile, on the other side, Anonymous Alex was 3 for 4, so really good accuracy.
The things that were working for Rutsmy in the beginning, which was, hey, he was able to get every single sideline opening, not working out so much right now. Hey, he was able to get his jump callouts with those end sigs, not working out at the moment. The thing that is so scary right now, I think that is so amazing for Anonymous Alex is every time I see Rutsmy offstage against him, I think, oh, he has like a 70% chance of losing his stock right now. Anonymous Alex has been so much more consistent in closing when he has Rutsmy off stage.
Yeah, no, I think I'm in full agreement there, where it's like, when you're sending Rutsmy off stage, I'm starting to sweat more, but we're going to Demon Island for Game 5. I think this is Rutsmy Island, truth be told. Anonymous Alex is going to have to be really careful with some of these defensive options because you get N-Sig with these tiny walls. Rutsmy is not going to make it easy for you to get back onto the stage. On the other side of things, though, the same goes for Anonymous Alex. If you're able to get Stomp Sayer, send Rutsmy really far off, and then go low and try to get that hammer recovery, Rutsmy can also be saying goodbye to those stocks fairly early. So we'll see who comes out on top here.
And now Anonymous Alex, it's the Tyvig. He is beginning to catch Rutsmy's approaches. He was able to stuff out the recovery as well. Rutsmy stuck at the edge here. He only gets a D-Light. He's not getting the big combos. He's not going to be able to get the down air. He's eating a Stomp Sayer to the face. The combos, where have they gone? Anonymous Alex has simply gotten rid of them.
And this is what I was talking about before, right? When Anonymous Alex is winning, it doesn't... Hello? not sure about that one, but it doesn't look flashy when Anonymous Alex is winning, right? It really is. You're getting whiff punished, you're getting Stomp Sayered, and because of how much damage these things add up to be, it just adds up over time. Rutsmy is falling apart here, crumbling, I dare say.
He committed himself, he put himself off stage and a disadvantage. He's stuck in a corner, but he goes for the extended 3-piece timing mix-up. He eats another Stomp Sayer. He is left without a weapon. Anonymous Alex, he had the right idea, but alas, it did not actually end up connecting the GCD sig. Rutsmy, that's, I guess, the best punish that he could get.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go extremely optimal, you can go for a gravity cancel N-Sig or something, but I don't even think it would have KO'd at that damage range. So he said, let me just do the easy thing, and I respect it, but we got to get this stock first, buddy. Rutsmy goes for the side sig. Anonymous Alex almost gets the punish.
So scary. The recovery, it was down a little bit too low. If it was on the stage, I think it might have been able to KO Rutsmy with the great sword. Now, he wants the recovery. Anonymous Alex is going to be able to dodge through it. He finds the end light. He finds the weapon toss. It's the first time we're seeing the axe, but Rutsmy puts it away. Stocks are even. That damage is not even.
Yeah, Rutsmy, I mean, effectively a sneeze from Teros away from being knocked down to his final stock. Goes for a read, and the read is not going to be good enough. And now we have Rutsmy on effectively his tournament life here. If he loses this game, he will be sent out of the bracket at 5th place, while Anonymous Alex moves on to the semifinals for a chance to try to get.
Look at him. He's playing back. He's playing, dare I say, a little bit passive. He's playing away from Rutsmy because Rutsmy is a little bit lost on finding these openings now. He gets it down. You do not want to go hit for hit with a hammer, especially Terras's.
All right, Rutsmy found an opening. Anonymous Alex spot dodge. This time again, Anonymous Alex with yet another spot dodge.
But it's a delayed spot dodge. That time he ended up jumping. He gets a stage spike. Rutsmy going to be committing off stage. He put himself in a corner, and Anonymous Alex is going to deny him of a weapon. Didn't pick up the hammer because he did not want to touch that axe at all. He picks up the hammer again. It was a good weapon spawn for him. Now we see the guitars. Another Stomp Sayer. The damage. It's all falling apart for Rutsmy, but Anonymous Alex missing his combo.
Yeah, at this point, you are effectively, you're allowed to get hit once, maybe twice, if you're Rutsmy, and that's it right there. At this point, you're not playing a game where you're allowed to get hit any further. If you want to make this comeback, you're going to have to be one of the best to ever do it, because this is Teros we're talking about. He just gets to swing now.
Okay, he gets the side light, he gets the end light, and he's going to be able to get the dodge lead. Rutsmy is in the game. He is in the set,
you got to end-sig him. You got to end-sig him. It's the only way.
It's the only way. That is how he wins. That is how he will lose. Anonymous Alex, he just needs that one stomp. He needs needs that D-Light. That is all that it is going to take to be able to get Rutsmy out of here. And Light, recovery, Anonymous Alex holding on to his dodge. He's so scary.
Okay, and that might be enough. Not quite, but he does get disarmed, so coming back's gonna be a little bit difficult. Gets the wild touch. Beautiful evasion from that Light. Needs to get this weapon. Is biding his time. Katar's in hand again. Guaranteed 2-piece here. Goes for the recovery because it's a safe follow-up to go for. Isn't gonna get punished, but Rutsmy still has a lot of damage to make up for. But if he's able to get, that might be enough on its own. Anonymous Alex is able to secure the knockout on Rutsmy with an Light and eliminates this General Grievous from the bracket.
Oh my gosh, that is such a heartbreaker. I'm such a Rutsmy fan, but once again, congratulations to Anonymous Alex. He is going to be moving on throughout the tournament. This was such an adaptation. This was such a change from the beginning of the set. Honestly, in the beginning of the set, I was seeing Rutsmy cook him. I was seeing him dominate him because